Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night to all. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the 10th ATSCast. Wow, it's already 10 podcasts that we've created. This is amazing achievement. Uh, this is your neighborhood dude, Jude, your host. And with me, as always, is the rest of the ATS Heartbeat. So, in alphabetical order, say what's up, Aaron?
What's dude?
What's Abid?
You already know who it is.
Yeah, we do, bro. Uh, Jason?
Hello, hello. Good to be back. Good to be back.
Yeah, Jason, welcome back. We hope whatever affairs you had last week have been settled.
Oh,
And I mean, hope you're all doing well. It's
Thanks,
pretty
bro.
chaotic times we're facing right now.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, in last week's podcast, we were talking about the National Postal Service in America, and it kind of made me think about the importance of shipments of goods in particular, like consumer goods, because the rise of Amazon and other online shipping companies is fueled by the desire to buy stuff from people, especially during the pandemic when we're stuck at home and do not have the ability to go out as freely as we want to, right? Um, so, in light of this recent online shopping spree that's been happening around the world, I just want to ask y'all, the three of you, so including me, I will answer as well. What are your most recent purchases in Amazon or for people in Malaysia, which is technically Aaron for this podcast, but from Lazada or similar service? I mean, my most recent purchase, I'll start off first because it's a very interesting one. I got Old Town Instant White Coffee because I
Hey,
kind of
shout
miss
out
Wait,
Old
I mean,
Town, man.
instant white coffee packets?
yeah, the Old Town ones,
Oh,
which I thought are difficult to
Yo,
find
the
here in
Penang
America.
one? Is it the Penang ones? The
It's the
Penang
Ipoh
white?
one. The Ipoh,
Oh,
yeah. Uh, so it's a Malaysian exclusive, but you can find it on Amazon now. And that's why
yo,
it's
that's
something that I wanted to
that's
order for a while. Yeah. So whoever is willing to start,
Bro, that's a big brain purchase actually. Might need to look into that.
yeah, that's true.
I'll go. Freaking dude, I've bought so much shit recently, but do you hear the
man,
regret in my voice?
like
Psych, no regret, dude. I needed to change anyway. Um yeah, ever since the pandemic, I mean, I've always been an online shopper. I feel like I've been using Amazon since 2011. 2011. Yes, I bought like 2 or 3 products to Malaysia, bro, and you know that shipping ain't cheap, bro. I was on some other crackhead stuff, bro, back then. For real, dude. I remember I bought Black Ops 2, like the special edition of Black Ops 2, COD, and I got it on Amazon because it drops on Amazon first, and shipping was like $50 and the game was like 80, dude. And my dad was like,
you're
"What the
trolling,
fuck,
dude.
dude?" Yo, it was
wow,
sick though.
that's actually wild.
I still have the box actually. It's quite nice. It has like memorabilia in it. It's like custom coins from the game and stuff. Um, but I mean, I've always been using Amazon and all that stuff. But since the pandemic, I think it increased to from like maybe like a 50-50 split of in-person purchases and online to now almost I'd say 95%, 98% even online purchases. Amazon has been my best friend for the past, how long have we been in the pandemic? Time is a social construct, guys. Time
What,
is
8 months? 7 months? 7 months?
since
Yeah.
March. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Since March, dude, I won't count for y'all. You can do that yourself. Y'all educated people, I hope. Um yeah, we've been exclusively buying online, so whether it's groceries, whether it's miscellaneous stuff, whether it's our day to day, like everything's just been online, whether that be Amazon or this amazing grocery app. I don't know if I should plug, but like if you're in North America and you're a student, use it because they have some special offers for students. It's called Instacart, and that's how I've been getting groceries basically. But yeah, I mean, online is the only reason I don't order every single thing online is because like one, reliability, and the second is, I don't know if I like it or not until I get it, right? And then it's a whole hassle refunding it. But going back to your main question, which was what did I buy recently, the last thing I bought was cayenne pepper off of Amazon. Because your boy be
Cayenne
cooking, bro. Your boy be cooking.
Damn.
Say less.
The last thing I got delivered was cayenne pepper and tortillas, and then tomorrow a bunch of stuff is arriving actually in the morning, which is, yeah, renovating the house, quote unquote. But yeah.
I honestly feel Abid's entire stock of purchases is more than the three of us combined. Me, Aaron, and Jason cannot combine all our orders cannot compare to Abid's, right?
Oh wait,
That is true.
online? Probably.
Online.
Probably, because you
Online.
guys still go to, even during the pandemic, I feel like you guys still went to the stores and stuff. For me, the last time I went grocery shopping in person was the 12th of March, I want to say, and it was Costco.
That's crazy.
Wait, do you have to pay extra for when you get your groceries delivered? And is it like?
I mean, there is a service fee and stuff, but it's less because Instacart has this membership deal thing.
Ooh, I see.
But I mean, obviously there is a delivery charge. Otherwise, the platform doesn't make money. It's the same as Uber Eats or any other Grab Food, whatever you want to say, right? They have to take a surcharge. But I mean, to be honest, prices aren't vastly different. I would be spending about the same amount on fuel, and like also you can factor in time, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing to factor in is your personal safety, especially in trying times like this, right? You don't know who's going where or whether they're sick, whether they're fine. You're hoping they're fine, right? You're hoping everyone's of good mind, but you never know. But I agree with that, dude. I agree with that sentiment. Probably, considering I am buying for 4 people too, so I guess that also factors into it, right?
Yeah, and you do buy stuff online for the house as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just for me. It's me, my mom, my dad, and my brother. So, yeah, Amazon's gotten so much money over the past 7 months from my family. It's kind of crazy, bro. Like we look back and I'm like, yeet, yeet.
Yo,
Prime membership worth though.
Bezos be saying thank you, bro. Like, thanks,
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
Appreciate you.
Yo, he hit that big number the other day, right? Yo, you're welcome. That was me and my family, bro.
$100 plus.
Nah.
Pretty sure Abid's like half of the reason.
Nah, okay, that's an exaggeration right
Half
there,
of
bro.
the
I
reason?
wish I had half of
Wild.
that money, dude. I'd fucking charter a plane and get y'all asses and go somewhere, bro. What you mean if I had that much money?
Yes, sir.
But I mean, a good portion of it, I'm sure. I really don't want to look back and check all the receipts because it would hurt.
Let's not count the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Someone else take over, bro. I mean, stop making me feel like shit about how much shit I bought online.
Okay, I can go next. So we don't really have like a Amazon here, and if we do want to order stuff from Amazon to Malaysia, like as Abid mentioned earlier, shipping costs usually cost more than the product itself.
Fuck, bro.
It's crazy. Like I wanted to get like this $5 Dota mouse pad back in the day, and then I checked like the delivery was like $60. I was like, what? So
Yeah, because
I don't
Amazon
really-
uses DHL and all that stuff to ship it to Malaysia. So
They
it's-
bougie, bro. They bougie. Yeah. So I haven't really used Amazon. I think I've only used Amazon when I was there, like once or twice. But here we have equivalents like Shopee and Lazada, and I'd say I use Lazada a lot, especially
Yo, this
during
is
the
facts.
pandemic. Yeah, like Lazada, dude, I can get anything. Like like anything like under the sun, I can get on Lazada. Like even some shady shit I can get on Lazada. It's crazy, and it's dirt cheap too. And I built my computer from scratch through everything I bought from Lazada, and the quality is still pretty good. So I guess I won't really complain. Oh, we don't have an Amazon here because we do get stuff cheaper here. Of course, there are a lot of fakes. There are a lot of unverified products, but and the system isn't as efficient as Amazon is. But I won't complain. It's still pretty good. And going to what Jude was asking about my most recent purchase, I would say my most recent purchase would be compressed air cans. Strangely enough, I've been looking for compressed air cans for like the past 4 months because my computer is dusty as a motherfucker. So I recently bought it on Shopee actually, and got it delivered just 2 days ago. So yeah.
How much did that cost?
Yo,
I bought
5,000.
three. I bought three, so that cost me 50 ringgit.
Dude,
That's not bad.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cheap.
When I
bro.
looked
That's
when I looked
That's
on
hella cheap,
Amazon,
actually.
when I looked on Amazon for the compressed air cans, because I couldn't find it on Lazada, so I looked on Amazon to just gauge the pricing, and on Amazon it was like $80 for like a pack. A big
Bro,
pack.
facts. Yo, I bought one, right? It was like 12 Canadian or 15 Canadian.
Bro.
And then I had to pay shipping because it wasn't an Amazon seller. It was like a different, like they were using the Amazon platform. So I had to pay like $5 or $6 on shipping. So I paid $20 on a can of air,
How big is the can? The 70, right?
pressurized
Okay.
air. Do you know those lube cans, like a spray paint can?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how big. So it's not big, but it's not small. But like, it's kind of expensive for fucking air, bro. It's kind of annoying. Like pressurized air, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
For me, I think the most recent purchase on Amazon was actually yesterday. I actually bought a badminton racket, a UNX badminton racket.
wow, Lee Chong Wei, bro. Wow, whoa,
Wow,
bro.
I honestly think Jason's trying to train as Lee Chong Wei right now.
Bro, LCW
Nah,
out
thank
here, bro. Damn.
JSTKH bro kappa. Anyway,
Crazy.
yeah, I bought that for a good deal for $40. It's a decent racket by Yonex. So yeah, I mean we've been playing badminton lately, and instead of renting, I just thought if I'd invest one because I know I'm gonna play a lot more in the future. So, but other than that, yeah, I had to use my. That was the only time I really utilized Amazon, honestly. Besides watching like Prime Video and stuff, that's 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 when I really only use Amazon. I don't really use Amazon too often, even though there's some good deals at times. Like they always have the what's it called, like deal of the day or something.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
Deal
do.
of the
and if
day.
it's like
Yeah,
related to
facts.
the and if it's like related to the products you viewed, they will show you, and you'll be like, oh dang, this is steal.
Bro, that actually
Or
almost
some
fucked me up. It's interesting that you
Yeah,
bring that up,
facts,
bro.
facts,
I
facts,
almost bought
facts.
a fucking
That is
Razer
really.
mousepad just today because it was a deal of the
So
day.
what we're saying is that
Me every
Abid
night, bro.
purchases things 365 times or more a year because it's probably every deal of the day he looks
Hey,
at.
no,
Bro.
dude. Deals of the day are
Yo.
low key. Like
Uh,
it's like $3 off, but at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah, it's not like
it's
it's not
not. It's
like
not
super cheap.
extremely. Yeah, it's not like Amazon day sales.
I mean,
It's
they would
good.
get
Yeah,
bankrupt if they overextend their discounts, right? But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
I don't
Amazon
think Amazon is
Day or
going
like
bankrupt anytime
Black
soon, dude.
Friday.
I agree.
Black.
They won't be back over anytime soon, dude. I agree with that sentiment, dude. Their stock is enough, dude.
Yeah,
honestly. I
but
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
but
like,
like,
oh, go ahead, Jason.
oh no, I was just saying that you know, it's really really when they have like Black Friday sales or like Cyber Monday sales, that's when I usually go on to Amazon as well. They have good
Bro,
like tech
oof,
deals.
oof.
So yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I
Oof.
mean, these are the things that contribute to the popularity of online shopping too, right? Like, it's not as frequent when it comes to retail shopping. Like, there are certainly days where they allocate for like uh, retail sales where heavy discounts are applied for a certain day. People are enticed, but the stress, the haggle of going to a shop physically, I think that's a barrier in itself, right? Like, it's so much easier to sit on your computer and look at the stuff you want and buy as soon as you like have any affinity for an
Bro,
item, right?
it's even easier because it's on your phone now, right? It's even
Uh-huh.
more
true.
easy, dude. I'm
True.
literally eating dinner and I'm browsing Amazon like, oh, what do we need for the house or something? Like my mom's like, oh, we need onion powder or something. I'm like, okay, give me 2 seconds, and like pull out my phone. We have fucking an Echo Dot now, so I literally now I'm like, yo Alexa,
I think Abid's
Onion
entire
powder, please.
list is now with Amazon's warehouse. Dude. I think there's a section in the warehouse like, oh, everything for
Yeah,
Abid
oh
is.
wow, dude, it's not that bad. But yo, that would be hype. Yo, I'd actually own that proudly,
That'd
dude.
be
I know, I'd take that proudly.
surprisingly. But yeah, like the items that we discussed as our most recent purchase, it's kind of varied, isn't it? Like, for one, I'm here talking about coffee. Aaron's talking about compressed air, and Abid's talking about what? Cayenne peppers, onions. Yeah, like, it's really varied, right?
Groceries.
Yeah, like I guess that is like a good example of how wide the consumer base is for online shopping right now. And whenever we talk about retail shopping in particular, it's very concentrated. It's very categorized into certain divisions, right? You wouldn't mix a lot of items into one store, for example. Maybe like a Walmart is the most broad category you could define for such a certain
Yeah.
category. But yeah, but we've been talking about purchases that are like one-time deliveries, right? But another phenomenon that's like been gaining traction is subscriptions. So online subscriptions to goods in particular. Like, I mean, I use subscription to water filters, which deliver every 3 months. It's very convenient because sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget to change your water filter, and it's an easy reminder as well that there's that you do need to change it. So do any of y'all have similar subscription setup? Or if you don't, are there any subscriptions you think might be beneficial to you? For purchases
Subscriptions, as in just monthly or
It can be any duration too. It doesn't have to be monthly,
Okay.
right? It could be weekly.
yeah.
Um,
I don't think Malaysia has that many of these subscription services
Mhm.
in my experience, I guess. But when I think of subscription services, the most I can think are more digital related. Like we're talking about certain software subscriptions. That of course I've dealt with, like when I'm talking about antivirus subscriptions, cleanup software subscriptions, stuff like that. I think that's fairly common though, and those are the type of subscriptions that I've dealt with. But regarding like I've never heard of a water filter subscription that you're mentioning. That's crazy. I've never
yeah,
heard of that.
it's an Amazon thing. So yeah.
Oh,
So what's interesting about that is Amazon obviously has a bigger infrastructure on the west side of the planet. As you were pointing out, Malaysia doesn't really have an Amazon or someone like that in the game
okay.
per se. So what Jude was saying about subscriptions, like subscribe and save, like I've seen that so many times. I used to do that with wet wipes, I think, when I used to live by myself, and it was just easy because every month they'd just send me a new box with like 8 packs, I think, or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, bet. Because I just like Jude, I would forget. Like it's not like it would be in the back of my head, but like obviously you have so much going on. It's like it just makes life easier. Right now I don't have any subscriptions on, but I used to be on web wipes. Bro, I don't understand how people just wipe with their with toilet paper, dude. That shit's double. That's a podcast of its own. But
What?
dude, it is like it
That's what
is
that's what
like
a-
it's
that's what a
fucking
bidet is
nasty,
for.
bro. Fucking wipe
what a
your
bidet is.
ass.
The thing is, you talk to an American about that perspective, right? And they'll be the one to be like, "Oh, it's kind of nasty that you use a wet wipe instead, right?" So
Dude, no, but like it's dumb. Like
got the
okay, you could, dude, bidets, man. Like oh my god. Anyway, I don't want to get into this, but
yeah.
but yeah, it was probably wet wipes. It was probably wet wipes or toilet paper or something, because it just makes life easier. Besides that, I mean, like the only other subscription thing that instantly came to my mind when you said that was all these subscriptions that are going around now for people trying to get people to cook and stuff. It's like food boxes, prepare.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's like meal
Yeah,
preps
yeah.
and stuff that they just deliver.
They just recipe
Meat
the
Fresh, if I'm
ingredients,
not
right?
mistaken. HelloFresh. There you go.
Dude, there's so many of these companies. Like, it's crazy. I don't even know who the originator of it is, but there's like a bunch of companies that just do like me. They literally do the prep, hand you a box, and they're like, "This is how you cook it." Which I mean, yeah, that's what came to my mind instantly, and I've always meant to try it, but I can cook, so like a waste of money. You know what I mean? It's like
It's so interesting. It's such an interesting concept, but it would only work
Yeah.
in a Western country.
I think
like-
it fits a very specific niche of people. To be honest,
Yeah,
I think it's very
I mean, people that don't usually cook.
yeah, exactly. Which I mean is a bigger market in today's world than we realize.
Also, like right now, I feel like that kind of market is for people who also don't have the time to cook, but at the same time, right? Like who doesn't have the time to cook in this particular situation? Because
That's true.
I mean, if you didn't have the
I mean,
time to
especially
cook, then
now,
you would
yeah.
just order a meal, no? Like, why would you order prepped food to then finish off cooking?
well, it's still technically cheaper than going out to restaurants. So
Yeah,
it does
Yeah,
save
I
you
guess that
money.
is true.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
does
is
save
it
you
is very much cheaper than Uber Eating something or something like whatever
That's-
it may
yeah.
be posted with.
yeah. Delivery
It's still,
fees. be
yeah,
wild,
exactly,
and
exactly. It's like $6. They charge a monthly fee and they'll give you a meal every day or whatever it is, which is interesting. Or like they have different stuff. But yeah, wipe your
Yeah.
ass, people.
Use bidets, please.
Hey Jason, do you wipe your ass? Anyway,
Nani?
and you're the next
What?
person in
Yo,
line. So
facts. Jason stanky as shit, bro. Damn.
anyway,
Yeah.
that was me. Back to the question, Jason. Do you subscribe to anything?
I personally don't, but I think my
Oh, sorry. Would you
Oh, yeah.
subscribe to anything in particular if you had the choice?
I think maybe like water in some like water filter.
Probably
Yeah,
my
yeah.
smart water. Like if it runs
Right.
out, like I don't wanna.
It's
I wanna
like,
ensure I have stock.
Okay, shut the fuck
My
up. Anyway,
water.
Why water,
like
Jason?
the water dispensers, because like
Oh, okay.
so like I think my aunt here has
Shout
a
out, Britta.
subscription like to the deer park, I think,
Mhm.
which is and like almost every month I think we get like a few. What do you even call that? You just get few like
It's the dispensers,
Are you
right?
talking about the
big-
yeah,
gallons
but you get the
or
refill. Yeah, the
big-
gallons.
gallon
Huge
refills?
Gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gallon refills. There we
Botol
go. Thank you.
besar.
Yeah, so we get like
Botol besar, bro. Facts, bro. Facts.
yeah, facts. Yeah, we get that like few like a few times every month, and so I think that's the only thing I could think as of right now. But yeah, I'm not too sure what I would subscribe to because I still go out normally, but even though it's I'm practicing social distancing and everything, but like yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure what I would subscribe.
Yo, that's
I mean, yeah.
actually an interesting point. Yo, dude, you also have a Brita, right? Do you have a
We-
Brita filter or whatever, or
not
do you just have a
necessarily,
regular
Yeah,
filter?
it's a water filter. It's a
You have a
different
water
company.
filter, okay.
It's a different. Yeah, it's a long
And then
conversation.
Jason, you get the gallons, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that's like weird to me. Not weird, but like it's interesting because whenever I lived in Malaysia or whatever on the east side of the world, I'm like, oh, dude, their life is so much easier. It's filtered water. They can just drink from the tap. Although you can, I feel like you still have to filter it, right? This is sidetracking from your topic, but like it's interesting.
Probably not in America. No, I mean, water is a common theme among the purchases we do.
Yeah.
So, right?
But like it's interesting because like although you don't have to, it's like people still do it. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
Which is interesting. It's just interesting. Interesting thought. We don't do it anymore, because
I feel like Canada has cleaner water.
no,
than
it
America.
was pretty bad for a while though. Like yo, your boy was straight up constipated for like a week and a half, just drinking tap.
Wait a
Like
I
man's
think
could
you know
not poop, but after I
You know what
got
subscription habit needs, bro? Needs
yeah, for real,
those
some laxatives.
digestion dude. Those laxatives, correct?
Yo, I just remembered.
Awesome.
Before we move on to the next topic, do you know what we all should be subscribing to?
What's up?
Our YouTube channel,
Yeah,
ATS.
facts. Wow.
Alright,
Dude, I love what you did
Selling
there.
out.
That's crazy.
selling out. Wild.
That's
Alright.
wild.
I mean, Aaron's not wrong though. So
Yeah,
please.
sub to our fucking channel.
Okay, now maybe it's not as coercive as Abid, the way Abid said it, but yeah. I mean, going back to topic, right? Like the paramount question, like in this discussion about online versus retail, is what type of shopping we prefer. So back to that topic, do y'all still prefer going to a physical store? permitting this circumstances permitting, right? Like if we're not in pandemic and there's
Oh,
not a lot of
yeah.
variables to think about, because you lose the ability to test like an item or analyze an item
Yeah, that's
at
what I
hand,
was
Facts.
saying.
right?
That
And
is true.
it's different too. The feel of going out, it's an experience in itself. So, what do you guys prefer between the two?
For me, I'm very much it's based on the product. You know what I mean? Like if it's, I keep saying you know what I mean. Anyway, it's very much
Sure.
based on the product because if it's clothes or something, like yeah, you can buy it online, but I would rather try it on, see how it fits, whether I like it or not. If it's stuff that I know is gonna be the same, whether I order it online or in a store, like cayenne pepper, you know what I mean? Like what difference would there be between a container I buy at a store versus the one that's delivered in a box to my doorstep? Then I'm not as like if it's something that's more based on like trial and error or there's fitting involved, I feel like I'm very much more towards the retail side, retail as an in-person side, and if it's something that I know is the same regardless of whether I buy it at the store or whatever, or if it's a product that I don't really care for that personal, you know, what as you said, like a personal feel and trial, then like it doesn't really make a difference. So the biggest thing I would say is clothes for me. Like clothes, I much prefer going to the store, buying it, feel because feeling it is a big thing, and then trying it on and everything, obviously.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Mm.
fair.
I think I think a lot of people would agree that like I don't know, buying clothes online is just it's so risky, I feel, because not all clothes have the same cutting. So when I buy shirts and stuff, like what Abu was saying earlier, even the texture you can't really tell. Sometimes the cutting is different. Sometimes, you know, a lot of the models that they put, I mean, especially because I'm using Lazada, right? A lot of it is
Fractions.
photoshopped. You know, a lot of it is really photoshopped. I've seen the same model wear like 50,000 different types of shirts. Um, and sometimes it's really badly photoshopped too. So I don't even know how it would fit on a person of that build. And I would say about 90% of my purchases from Lazada, or maybe 80%, that were clothes were not good purchases. Like I'd had to return them. Um, but I guess it's a bit of a trade-off because there are certain products that I would definitely prefer to buy physically, like fashion products, shoes especially. But then there's also certain products that I guess I wouldn't mind trading off the oh, I need to try this for the efficiency of just getting it online. And for me, it would be whether the product is more a necessity or whether it's something that I just want. If it's something that I just want for, you know, for my luxury, I guess, then in that case, I would be a lot more keen to try it physically or see the product physically. But if it's something like pressurized air cans, right, that I need for my computer, I don't care. If it doesn't work, I'll just return it, right? I'll rather just get that online. So yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I agree with Abid in the sense that, if it's mainly clothes, I would go retail. But I just like going um to shop in retail. I think it's just like what you said, Drew, the experience of going to the mall, different malls have different stores. It's fun, I think, because depends on who you're going with as well, with your friends, your family. It all can be a different vibe. Um, but yeah, I think I personally prefer retail because I have purchased clothes online that cost a lot of money and it didn't fit me well, and some stores don't offer refund policies, so that kind of sucks.
Shout
So
out to
ever
ASSC
since
or
then,
what, dude? Psych.
I've never owned
Yeah.
anything, but um I think, yeah, that's partly mainly the reason why I go retail. But again, for like non non-clothing items, like what Aaron mentioned, like cans and stuff. That's yeah, that's when I'll go online. You know, um, But yeah, I generally prefer retail experience over online experience.
And yeah, I kind of mirror your opinion, Jason. Like, I feel that the only reason why I shop online is purely because of convenience. And in a time like this, I guess the convenience is just too high. Like, you don't want to
Yeah,
risk
yeah.
yourself, right? But in a
True,
typical
true.
scenario, even for menial items, right, like a pencil, for example, like I feel
Mm.
like the experience of going out to get that pencil is still worth. I guess this is a personal
Yeah,
opinion as
that's
well, right?
facts. That's fact. No, I agree with you, man.
Yeah. And it just feels very superficial in a way to buy it with one click because purchases are also a lot of the purchases we make. Maybe I'm speaking from experience, but a lot of the purchases I make are a lot of them are sometimes doubtful. Like, do you really need to buy this? And I feel like going out there and seeing it in your hands and like having that experience of holding it makes it more assuring that you've bought it with the correct intent,
It's true.
right? It's a lot more safeguarded compared to one clicking an item.
That's very rational thinking, Jude. But you forgot the point that we are irrational buyers.
No,
Yo, although you
I mean,
said that, dude, I make worse purchase decisions when I buy it in person. No lie. I feel like I'm just like,
oh,
fuck it. I'm
you're
the
more
opposite
enticed to
on that.
get stuff.
On online,
Interesting.
I feel like I do more work in the sense that I'll start researching the product in various ways. Because researching is easier. It's rather than me walking to 15 different stores. It's like go through 15
Yeah,
different websites. So I always,
yeah,
yeah, whenever I buy something in person, it's worse for me personally. Worse for me in the sense of that, like, it's not rational. I mean, we are irrational, as Aaron said, but like as you were pointing out, like you feel it, you think about it, and then you buy it. Me, it doesn't really matter. I buy it, and then I'm like, fuck. Even after
yeah.
all the
Yeah,
feeling and stuff.
yeah. Cause
I,
sometimes I think when you go out as well, when sometimes retail shopping can be very impromptu. Like you walk into a store and you're like, let me just take a look, and you find something that you really like at a good price, and then you try it on, then you're like, oh shit, this might be a good purchase. So I think I kind of like that feeling. You find something that you really like, but sometimes it can be too expensive. But when you find it for a really
Yeah,
good price, you're like, dang, that's really worth it. Something that you really can't find online. That's me personally. Yeah.
Bro,
I
me
think
at
I have.
Abercrombie and Fitch 3 months ago. I mean, like
Yeah,
five months,
exactly.
7 months ago, whatever, dude. Fuck
Yeah, I
it.
think I
Dude,
reached the same
yeah,
conclusion
same.
as I reached the same conclusion as Jude, but with a different process. For me, it's like when I take out the cash, like the cash to pay something, it feels like so much heavier than if I just like went to like a buy, like a cart online and I just
That's
paid with
facts. That's
credit.
facts.
So for me,
fair.
like,
That's fair.
so I went looking for microphones, right? I think a month ago or less than a month ago. And when I went to Lawyat, which is the IT uh, mall, I guess, of Malaysia.
Really.
Yeah, I went to Lawyat to go look for mics, and there were some decent mics, right? But every time I like looked at the price and I looked at like the cash I had, I would be like, I can't afford this. Then I went home and I was like, oh, 5 mic, easy. I just bought it on the spot. I was like, it's the same price. So I guess it's like the weight of the physical cash rather than the credit balance. I don't know. For me, I'm less willing to buy something physically. But yeah.
Can't be me.
Yeah, I mean, like as Abid alluded to just now, right? Like the categories of items you can get online are just too varied at this point. So let's try to simplify it. Let's talk about groceries in particular. I mean, Abid's recurring item was, canned peppers and onions too. But in terms of
Same.
groceries, like, would you prefer buying it in a supermarket or would you prefer having the convenience of staying at
Bro,
home?
bro, I generally would. Purely because I like picking my own produce
Okay.
and picking my own meat and all that.
Facts.
I am picky, like obviously over these past, like under current circumstances I can't be picky. Um
Hmm.
I mean you can, but like you're kind of a dick if you are, but anyway. Like um I am very picky when it comes to produce and stuff, so like I would rather, like, there is a difference in my eyes picking
Yeah.
one onion over another because it felt like a better onion to me or it looks fresher or whatever.
That's nice.
I like that I'm using onion as a reference, but whatever it may be, insert random vegetable, fruit, meat here. um, I much rather prefer that. Groceries in general. Plus, I mean, going to the grocery store, instead of going down a list, I could just be like, oh shit, maybe I need sugar. I could just get it. And although Instacart is an amazing app, like if I forget something, it's very tedious adding something in after. Whereas if I just went to the grocery store and my mom, like I'm almost about to check out, and my mom texts me, "Yo, we need sugar." I can just walk over, get sugar, and come on. So it's it is what it is. But at the same time, for me personally, I would prefer very much going grocery shopping myself.
That's
But that's also because I cook a lot and I'm particular in that way. So
Chef Abud.
yes, sir.
I mean, I assume when the three of us, right? Aaron, Jason, and me. Like, does it affect you that much, groceries, or is it just another item that you don't think about as much? Since we don't cook as much as of it.
Yeah, I mean recently I've been trying to cook because obviously due to the pandemic. But yeah, I get it. I understand where it's coming from. I think it's also part of like Asian or Chinese culture. You know, my grandma and my mom always taught me how to look at certain fruits and be like, "Yo, this how do you pick a fresh orange and stuff?" You know, and she tells me to like look at it from like the color or how old it is, or you can tell how ripe it is and stuff. You know, just these little things. So that's why I also tend to be a little picky of my produce and meat and stuff. And generally, just going there, to the market is also different than just ordering online. I've never done that, by the way. So,
Bro, going to Costco and seeing what's on sale that way, you know what I'm
yes,
saying? Which fucking
facts,
meat is
dude.
on fucking
Costco,
rack.
Yo, that hits
facts,
different
Shogun.
over here,
Costco.
dude.
Costco is one of those experiences, right?
Costco
But
is
yeah,
Costco is
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
fun
Costco's up
experience.
there.
I love Costco.
Costco's
I
up there
love
for
going to
sure.
Costco. You know, I don't. It's something I've never seen before in terms of like market. Like they sell everything in bulk, which is like wow, it's crazy.
Bruh, it's like
And
the portions are kind of crazy,
it,
bro.
it's wild, but
yeah.
it lasts for a while. But that one of the reasons why I like going to Costco as well. But yeah, I generally like to pick my own meat because sometimes the meat they pick for you you won't like it, and it can be like you want more like you want more fat in the beef or something, or just those little things. So it would be more satisfying if you pick your own meat and you feel good about it. So yeah, I generally would prefer to
Makes
purchase
makes sense.
in groceries. Yeah, Aaron.
Um, I Malaysia does have a lot of online grocery delivery services now. Um, Tesco has an online delivery service. Happy Fresh, which is quite popular, I think. Even Food Panda has its own grocery delivery, and Grab as well.
Bro, that's
But
crazy.
yeah, it's actually wild how fast that that market is kind of developing, which is to be expected. But I have never shopped for groceries online. I part of the reason why is because I live above a grocery store, so it's just not practical for
It's
me.
a really nice grocery
Spoiled
store.
ass, fucking
Pretty posh
spoiled
Yeah,
grocery
ass.
store too, right? I mean,
yeah.
it's Ben's, isn't it?
It's an okay Mercato is an okay grocery store.
Oh, Mercato, my bad. Yeah.
It's like Ben's International Grocery is down the road, so I still have to drive there. But
That
Mercato
shit
is like it's
expensive though.
okay. Yeah, Ben's is pricey. Even Mercato is pricey, dude. I don't know. It's just whenever I've thought about getting groceries, it's never crossed my mind to get it delivered. I guess I'm just so used to the not only the experience, but if I want groceries, I have to go out and get it. I've always been like that. So I don't think I would change. Like what Jason was saying, I do like to pick my own meat and stuff. I'm not too particular on veggies, but like if I'm getting cauliflower, I want to pick my cauliflower. If I'm getting meat, I want to pick the marbling. I want to pick the expiry dates. Like I don't think I would trust someone else to do that because I don't want to then like get the stuff and be like, dude, why didn't you pick, like why did you pick something that's expiring early or something? I don't know. I feel like there would be a lot of
Yeah.
complications. and it's really not that person's fault.
Hard relate.
So,
Huh.
yeah.
They're just like, I'm just doing my job, dude. I'm
Hard,
taking
Yeah,
my
it's
hard
like
relate, man.
his job.
Huh.
Yeah, his job is to you ask for meat. His job is to get the meat. His job is not to get the best meat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. I guess the Asian in me is like, no, pick your own shit. Like, you need to pick this. You need to pick that.
Dude, honestly, that's
You need
pretty
to
much
slap-
what it
you-
is.
you
That
need
is
to slap watermelon.
literally
I
what
feel
it
like
is,
it's
dude.
a
Yeah,
more
you know?
cultural instilled kind of a
Yeah,
factor.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's such an Asian thing, right?
Facts.
Where it's like get the
And-
freshest,
and-
pick the
yeah.
best.
And it's nice. Like, I like going grocery shopping. It's
Yeah,
nice.
facts.
Like, there's a lot of things I don't realize I want until I go grocery shopping. I'm like, wait, I need this. Oh, I need that.
Yeah.
As well.
Big facts,
you know?
dude. Oreo family pack. Shout out Jason. Dude.
Yo, do I need
Facts,
it? Give it to
dude.
me, dude.
Facts.
Do you need it? Probably not. But yo, do you want it? Fuck yes.
Dude,
Yeah,
I saw,
go.
dude, I was walking out the store. I saw the family size. It was going for like 180. I'm like, shit, dude.
Dude, that's like the worst, yo. That's what I hate about grocery shopping is the fucking right as you leave, right? Those bait counters they have set up, dude. It's like, dude, I wasn't even in the mood for fucking chocolate, but like, fuck it, I'm buying like 6 now, cause it's
Yeah,
$1, dude.
yeah,
Like, what the
fact.
fuck? Dude?
It's like, dude, it's so bad, but I'm gonna take the bait anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you're taking the bait too. It's like, oh shit. It's like literally you being a fish, seeing the hook, knowing you're about to get yoinked, but still going, yo, that shrimp look good, bro. That worm, bro. That worm look good, bro.
We really all
You
fishes out
see
here,
it,
dude. So, yeah.
you see it
Yeah, for
leaving
real.
the water and coming back for the second time, and you're like, yeah,
they're like,
fuck
fuck it,
still
dude.
gonna go for it.
Yeah, bro. Fuck.
It's clear cut.
That
It's
Kit
completely-
Kat ain't go eat itself, bro. That Kit Kat ain't go
Yeah,
eat
Bye.
itself.
Dude. Hey, where'd it go? Already in my belly, bro.
Yeah, bro. The
Hey,
rapper's
with the
already in the
rapper.
bin, dude.
Wow. I mean, yeah, like the only reason why this discussion is relevant is because we're seeing like large department chains like Walmart, for example, they're forwarding their online services as a direct competition to online shopping services like Amazon. So this is like a clear example of a shift towards online shopping from a retail perspective, right? But nevertheless, right, we talk about in-store experiences, and there are a lot, as we've alluded to. It's unique, and that's why malls in particular are such a hit. But there's an interesting catch, y'all. The biggest, like 19 of the biggest 20 malls worldwide are all in Asia. So I think that puts into perspective. We talked about
Shout out.
yeah, we talked a
Shout
bit
out.
about the cultural perspective of going to groceries instead of buying it online. But what if we look at it in terms of malls in general as well? Like, why do you think Asia has so many malls when America, which would technically have more high-paying consumers, does not have as much? I mean, it's an interesting insight, right? Like, I feel it's
that's
more.
an interesting side as well.
I'm talking about 19 of the 20 largest in terms of lease area too. And malls are not just a place where you shop. I think this is one of the key factors of why malls are such a hit as well. Like the entertainment opportunities you get after shopping, before shopping, and while you're dining as well. Like make it a whole package. They make it a all-day experience for a family or a friend group. And I think we have a lot of experiences ourselves to that
Facts.
regard, right? Like I can imagine after school, me and Albert would go back to his place, which is right beside the Twin Towers, and there's a mall underneath that, right? We just go without any intention of buying anything too, right? Like it becomes more of an experience rather than the purchase aspect of it itself.
Yeah, facts. It was a leisure experience at that point, right? I feel like that's what malls are, right? It is to be a place to provide your shopping needs, while at the same time providing a place for you to for a place to be of leisure. Just you going there, whether it's relaxing or just going around and getting your mind off things. I mean, Malaysia is a good example. This is a very good
Perfect
topic
example.
for us because we have so many malls in Malaysia, right? And they're still going, like the amount of malls going, it's like going up, right? I think.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah,
opened the
I'm not
second
too sure.
pavilion. Dude, there's like so many. They opened the second pavilion. That's like this is how far back I am because I don't even know what's going on now. But like I remember, second pavilion was like the big one that everyone was looking forward to. Um, I mean, my town's fucking huge, and it didn't open that long ago. Oh well,
That's crazy.
it's been a while now, but like my town is a big one near the city. Um,
Dude, shout
I
out to
don't-
Mid Valley. Best mall, man.
Mid
Yeah,
Valley, Times Square, dude.
Shout
Times
out.
Square, man, that shit's big, dude.
Time-
It's on the
Times Square. I just realized Times Square is the number 6 biggest mall in the world.
yeah,
Really?
6, 7.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. It's top 10. It's top 10.
Yeah.
It is,
Oh, sorry, number 9.
dude.
Number
It
9,
doesn't matter.
number 9.
Top 10. Top 10.
Top
Like
10, top
even
10.
then,
Wild,
it's
though.
kind of wild because, I mean, it is big. It is big. Every time I go there, my feet straight up hurt after, dude. Because it's
Fuck.
just so big. But yeah, I think as Jude was alluding to, it has become more of a leisure spot, more than just you go there, buy something, and then leave. No, it's like there's more to the experience.
Yeah, definitely.
I
I think there's a word. Oh, sorry.
no,
I'm gonna-
you're good.
I think there's a word that encompasses a large majority of the reason that people go to malls, especially in Malaysia, and it's a Malay word for lepak, which means aimlessly loitering.
Bro, I mean, honestly, that is literally what it
Yeah.
is, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it's
like
just
a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I went to a mall to shop. Like it's been a while. Like sometimes I would go to a mall and I'd be like, oh, I actually do want this, but my main reason of going to the mall is just to chill, just to hang out.
yeah, it's to hang out with
literally
friends,
loiter.
dude. It's
Yeah,
literally what it is.
like-
It's
yeah,
all-
like I'm sure a large majority of, especially younger generation, it's just nice to hang out. There's food, there's entertainment. It's just it's a good lepak spot basically, right? And I just realized, with Jude talking about how 20 of the biggest malls are in Asia, I just realized that Malaysia has 50 large shopping malls and 20 of them are near Bukit Bintang. And
That's crazy.
like that's insane because now that we think about it, right, Malaysia, there's a new mall opening like every year,
pretty much.
and we go to these malls for different reasons. Each of these malls have a different purpose. Like we go to My Town if we want to go to IKEA, right? I got a Pavilion if I want to go to GSC. Like we go to these malls for different
Dude,
reasons, but
rip GSC for
Nice
oh,
meme,
yeah,
right?
rip
Sorry to cut you
GSC.
off.
sorry, old memes. But
Chinese equivalent, right?
true.
Is it
But,
open?
I don't know. I haven't been to Pavilion since.
Okay.
I haven't checked. But like all these malls have different purposes. But at the end of the day, we go there to like, at least me personally, I go there to chill, to eat, hang out, walk around, not necessarily to go shopping, right? So it's pretty interesting, yeah.
It's interesting when you see tourists taking pictures in the mall when there's nothing that's
True.
significant, right? Like you see, like in the middle of
Dude,
Pavilion,
no,
right?
bro,
They put
facts.
these like things, dude. I don't know. Like as a local,
Facts.
it's very. How do you
It was
describe it?
very interesting. It was a weird
Surreal.
experience because it's like it's so normal to you, but to them they're like, "Oh, look at this mall! It's so like there's something going on in the middle." I think that's also a very Malaysian mall thing, though. I feel like every Malaysian mall has something in
I
the
think it's
court.
Asian.
Has
It's
something
Asian.
going on in the middle
Like
for sure,
Philippines
dude.
too.
Yeah, I mean Asian, the Asian thing, because the middle court area or public area is there's always something there, something's going on. And although I've seen Western malls do it too, like malls here do it too, but like the scale is very different, just in comparison to Malaysia, dude. Like Malaysia goes all the fuck out. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's according to like different seasons too.
yeah.
Like they do it
Yeah.
Halloween, Chinese New Year, Christmas.
It's
And
kind of
sometimes
nice
they have
actually.
like movie premieres as well, or like
Yeah.
events. Like
It's nice.
it's crazy.
It raises the atmosphere of the place. Like,
Dude,
it makes it feel
honestly,
very lively.
the more I'm thinking about Jude bringing that point up, dude, the only mall that kind of makes sense to me is literally KLCC, because you're like, oh, you can see the Twin Towers through the top. I mean, kinda. That's the only one you can
Yeah.
kinda justify in my eyes as a tourist. The rest are just like, you're just amazed at a mall, dog. Literally just like,
Pavilion,
Dude,
I
I
think
see people in
Pavilion has
Subway
become
Pavilion.
one of those though. It's become that mall that you go to every time there's
dude,
a
that
new
that
event.
middle court has just become an event space at this point, dude. It's not
Actually,
it's just an event space because all these Korean actors and stuff, whenever they show up, it's at their meet and greet is
Yeah,
at Pavilion.
that's crazy. Because they know that's how they will attract like a huge
I mean,
audience.
that's how
Because
easy, right? It's an easy meeting point for everyone because everyone
yeah.
knows it. I think that's a big factor that I wanted to bring up is that malls are also easily identifiable and they are relatively more secure in the sense that they hold a prestige, right? They hold a certain level of prestige and not just prestige. What am I? Familiarity, I guess. Like people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
know the area, know the spot.
yeah.
Um, so I guess that's another very attractive point of a mall, rather than us just going to a random plaza or shop lot, right? That
Walking
no
on
one
the
really,
street,
yeah,
right?
exactly, no one really knows. It's like,
Some
your
people
parents
even
will be like, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I'm going to KLCC." They're like, "Alright, okay, have fun, stay safe, like come back, whatever." If
Yeah,
I'm
whereas
like,
here,
yeah.
like, let's go to the park. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Steve.
I agree with that. It's like let's go to a park, and it's like, oh, yeah, okay, okay, bro.
ex-
Imagine being outdoors, dude, not in the AC. Fucking
Imagine going to a
wow, dude,
Taman, bro.
that's
That'd
crazy.
be
Imagine not hitting a Starbucks in a mall, and like walking around for literally 5 hours, dude. Wild.
imagine having natural AC in winter. Can't do that.
XD.
Bro, right now there's natural heaters, sadly. So
Sadly.
anyway, we're
Yeah,
not gonna
people
talk
on the
about.
West Coast, stay safe.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
please do.
Yeah,
um,
please do.
yeah, I think some malls also become like concert venues. You know, like I'm I'm not too sure of the mall. Is it in Philippines? Is it Mall of Asia or something? I don't know.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah.
Mall of
facts.
Asia.
Mall of Asia, yeah,
They
that's
have
a
a
big.
basketball
Mall of
arena.
Asia, it's
Right.
been like host of many like underrated band concerts. Like back then, Laney first started out there. They started out at Mall of Asia Arena, and I've seen that through YouTube videos, and the crowds are packed. It's crazy. You know, I don't know how they earn from that, but yeah, it shows how like what Abid said. You know how prestigious and how familiarity the malls are. That people know, like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, it's a big place
Yeah.
for a
How
huge
multi-purpose they
gathering or
are now
event.
as well.
Yeah, facts, facts.
I mean, like that's a good point, Jason. Like the eponymous setting of Mall of Asia itself, like it's literally called Mall of Asia, right? So
Yeah.
that is very interesting, and yeah, that's a good point. Um, yeah, like malls do hold a special place, not just in the sense of like, oh, they're very valuable as a place to go, but also, yeah, as Abid said, the familiarity aspect is really hard to get rid of. Like I feel like in under normal circumstances, like when we're all back in Malaysia, malls would probably be like the one of top two things we'd go to frequently,
Bro,
right?
best believe we're going to my town getting a IKEA hot dog and water and just
Bro.
walking around for literally like
What do you
hours.
mean? We're gonna go play in the arcade, bro. For real.
All right, the arcade.
Dude, the arcade.
Molly's
Just the
fantasy,
arcade.
dude.
Yo,
Crazy,
Mario
bro.
Kart or the
Crazy. Yeah.
man, good
Yeah,
times, good times.
I mean, talking about malls, let's relate it back to our first topic. So, do you think the entertainment facilities these malls have would effectively continue if shopping was fundamentally shifted online? Or are they just
Hmm.
core entertainment centers to the point where their sole purpose now is purely of entertainment and they can survive regardless?
I
I've
don't
always
think
thought,
so because I feel like window shopping is such a big part of that leisure. Like even if we're there with no purpose besides just walking around, we are walking around, going into these stores, like looking at random stuff, being like, "Oh, that would look fire." If you find a deal, we get something, or we just look around, like we're browsing, right? Window shopping. I feel like that's a big part of what people do when they hang out at a mall, whether you're buying something or not. You're just there looking at stuff like, "Oh, that shirt looks nice. Those pants look nice. Those shoes are fire, bro." You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's such an integral part of it. If you get rid of that, what do you do at the mall besides eat? Then it's just
honestly.
a restaurant at that point, isn't it? Or like a food court.
Yeah, yeah.
cinemas and
It's
bowling.
just
I mean,
one big
cinemas, bowling.
food
I mean,
court.
besides all those specific, like very
Yeah,
specific niche, things on its own. Because like even a bowling, like we've been to multiple malls with bowling alleys and stuff, but we haven't gone bowling.
very
It's
That's
true.
like
wait.
Yeah.
if we go
did
no, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If we go bowling, we set out with the objective of going bowling. You know what I mean? Like we'll set out like, oh, let's
Yeah.
go bowling that day, guys, and then we'll have lunch here, and then we can just chill around the mall. What is chilling around the mall, bro? We walk around, go to different stores, look at stuff, make fun of each other, and like try stuff on if anyone wants to try stuff on, right?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, so
Malls
I'm
also have become like places where people, flex, like take their daily pictures and stuff, which it just shows how big.
damn dude. I
Go
like that
flex in
Jason thought
pavilion,
of
dude.
flexing. That's
But really, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
Jason
mean,
That's
not
crazy.
That's what
I mean,
Jason does in the
that
mall.
not
dude.
even
mindset in that.
flexing,
Bro, Jason hits lot 10, goes to the back, hits off white, flex, bro.
Cuff.
Flex it, bro. Gotta flex it.
Wild, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly,
off
though,
black,
right.
off black.
Like
Okay.
the recent trend of hype
Mata
piece
malam
photos,
putih.
like in Malaysia in particular, are just everywhere around Bukit Bintang, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
true.
nowhere else, right?
Sure, the mall
You get that
sections
real
and
life
all
glamour.
those weird alleyways too, yeah.
All
Facts.
the
Yeah.
fake hype beast, dude.
Facts.
Uh,
But yeah,
I agree with Abid to a certain extent, but I do think right now, as of the present, malls will still be multi-purpose when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to fashion. But I do think as the generations, as the generations get older and move on, and new generations come in that are more adept and I guess more reliant on technology, I do feel like in the future, not too sure whether it's the near or distant future, I do think there will be a time where shopping, when it comes to groceries, when it comes to clothing, all of that will just be online. I do think I wouldn't be surprised if that's a reality. And malls will survive, but in a different way. What Abid was mentioning about window shopping, yes, I guess we do have the want to still like window shop and stuff like that. But companies and fashion stores do not survive off window shoppers. They survive off people buying stuff, going there with the intention to buy stuff. Maybe sometimes people that not accidentally, but impulsively buy stuff. But if all of us kept going to malls just to window shop, without actually buying stuff because we just buy stuff online no matter what, uh, these fashion stores are going to end up dying out, as we've seen in the past 5 to 10 years. They've already been dying out, and there's been a shift of more restaurant-focused malls. Like I don't know, do you guys know of 183 or 163 Kiara, which is next to One Mont Kiara?
Yes.
That mall.
I'm familiar.
I wouldn't even call it a mall per se because its function is just a bunch of food. Like they just have a bunch of different restaurants. Yes, they have a kids playground. Yes, they have other entertainment things, but there's no fashion there at all. And it still functions like a mall. People still go there to lip up. People still go there to sit, walk around. It's still nice, but people don't go there to shop, and people don't go there to window shop either. But it's still quite busy. So I do think that we're gonna start seeing a shift in the future from what we have now, like our pavilions and our KLCCs, to more 163 Kiaras where it's focusing on food and entertainment rather than fashion businesses that are struggling to survive.
Well, although I agree with you wholeheartedly on that, I think everything will be online at some point. Would you say the amount of time they spend at that mall is the same as, let's say, if they went to a KLCC or Pavilion or whatever, maybe?
Ooh, that's interesting because I think it really depends on the individual, because me personally, I don't really window shop when I go to malls. I like the only window shopping I would do is go into JD and look at shoes that I'm too broke to buy. But if I wanted to do that, I would go to like a retail outlet mall, I would say. So when I go
Yep.
to like a pavilion, I don't really window shop. I'm not that kind of person. So I could see myself or people like me still spending the same amount of time at a pavilion if there was no fashion there at all. I would, be spending more time at the Starbucks, be spending more time, Baskin Robbins, whatever the case is, walking around, right? But I would see if you are the kind of person that likes to window shop and places a lot of emphasis on looking at fashion and trying on fashion when you go to malls and stuff like that, I could see you spending less time at a mall, if it's just food, right? So I think it
Yeah.
really depends on the individual and
Yeah,
the
for
reason you
sure.
go to a mall.
Yeah.
For
I
sure. I
agree.
mean,
I agree with
preferences
that.
will 100%
For sure.
be obviously the main factor. I'm just saying. I feel like malls. I feel like window shopping. I mean, whether you buy something or not, that doesn't matter at the end of the day. It just adds another element to it where if you don't know what else to do or you're not you're full
Yeah,
because you've eaten at 3 different places.
you can
What
just
do
go
you do?
look
You
at,
just
yeah,
walk, go to into a store, just
for
be like,
sure.
"Hi, what's up?" Look at some stuff and walk out. I feel like if you take out that stuff, it'll just be a hub of restaurants. And I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it is interesting. It's an interesting thought to see because I feel like it will go from being a retail space like malls, go from a retail space to more of an entertainment spot with
yeah,
just more stuff. Although it already kind of is shifting to that direction.
yeah,
Cause
for sure.
yeah, but yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing.
At least in some malls here, I've noticed, like big chains, like, you know, what's it called? Lord and Taylor's or Macy's. Those are starting to close down here at least, because no one really
Yeah.
goes there for the purpose of shopping anymore, with so many entertainments coming up, you know, like at least the mall differences I'm seeing right now. There's like VR like stations now. There's like,
Yeah,
you know, there's like numerous new technology based entertainment that's taking over the malls now. And you see like really old stores like comic stores or like toy stores or Lego stores are starting to close down. It's really sad to see, but I think what Aaron said, it will slowly transition into online. But I think the core purpose of being there still like of being a leisure, like spending time with your friends, will still be there. Like again, preferences also matter, but yeah, I personally think you know, I hope it won't be uh, just solely entertainment based. Um, but that's what it's going through right now, and it's sad. But again, I don't really. The shopping is really impromptu, honestly, because sometimes you go to a mall and you just like alluding to what I said earlier. You go to a mall and you just see something and you really like, oh, that's what I usually do. I don't go there with the intent of, yeah, I'm gonna buy something today. I mean, I
yeah,
haven't done that in a long, long time. So yes, that's my opinion on it.
yeah. It's interesting because I feel like our generation is quite mixed. Like where we adapt to both. We still have that traditional sense of I want to go to a mall and window shop, but we also have that um, the other side of us, which is we still purchase stuff online. I would say the
Yeah.
older generation is struggling a lot more to adapt, whereas we kind of have a mix of both. But I feel like the next generations, they're gonna be a lot more tailored to just shopping, window shopping online per se, right?
Mm-mm.
Browsing through Lazadas or Amazons or
Oh,
whatever
bro,
the
all
case
those
is.
kids are like 5, 6 now, dude. Like, what they'll only their major thing is Amazon
Yeah,
probably already, right? Like,
yeah, and they
Which
and they won't.
which sucks,
Yeah, and they won't place an emphasis on going to a mall to window shop because that's just how technology will move them forward. And malls will accommodate like these businesses. Even
I
even
mean, if they
now
want to
we already see
survive, they
it.
have to, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
even now
that's
we
why
see it. Yeah,
they're
like if
incorporating
we
like online pickups and stuff.
online pickups, and you look at like dead malls. Malaysia has a lot of dead malls. You guys know Avenue K, right? We all know Avenue K here. It's a mall next to
Oof,
R.I.P.,
KLCC.
bro. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
A lot
What
of
happened
these.
to it now?
So here's what they're doing, right? A lot of these malls that since Malaysia has an insane number of malls and there's all these new malls that keep coming up, it's almost a trend to just go to the newest mall. Um, Dead malls like Avenue K, which used to actually have a lot of fashion stores, are now resorting to doing more entertainment and activities to increase the traffic. So what
Yeah.
Avenue K has done is their top floors, they've turned it into a complete kids activity playground center
Oh
with
damn.
it's not really a kidzania, but it's like a mini kids sports thing. where they have a bunch of different types of sports, baseball, whatever the case is. And they have a lot of like VR technology on that floor now too. So what they're doing is they're transitioning. They're like, well, fashion's not working. No one's really coming to malls for fashion anymore. No one's coming to our mall at all. So what we need to do is we need to start attracting our only, the only reason that people used to go to Avenue K was either because of the train or either because of the 2 kindergartens at the top floor. So now they're trying to use that, and they're trying to place more of an emphasis on attracting people for activities and entertainment for kids. And it's worked. Avenue K is pretty busy now. So I guess you'll see malls shifting like that. And it's definitely very sad because, we've grown up with going to traditional malls, for window shopping, chilling. And now it's going to be a lot more entertainment based, I guess, which is bittersweet, I think. But yeah.
Really bittersweet, yeah.
Times it be like that.
It really be like that.
As Abid said, that's how businesses survive. I mean, another thing that malls have going for them are their immeasurable choices of dining. Like usually I'd enjoy a meal in such a setting, like after a bonding session with the family or like a hangout session with the boys, right? However, there's one meal that we all typically eat at home, regardless of the setting, just for the convenience of it, and that is breakfast. And this leads us to the question of the week. What is your favorite breakfast?
Ooh.
And
What
Favorite
transition day?
breakfast.
I'll start off. My favorite breakfast is as a Filipino, it's a classic. It's sweetened, sweet marinated pork, which is called tocino in Filipino.
Yo, I don't know what that is, but tocino sound lit. I think it's pretty lit. I feel like I've seen it
Yes,
in
it's
my
like candy
belly
pork.
some point, but I don't eat pork, bro, so I wouldn't know. But like, yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
good.
damn, that's crazy. But it's red. It's red in color. It's just so sweet and it's really, really good.
Yeah, it looks
Along
pretty
with
nice. I've seen it, dude. I wish I could eat pork, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
with garlic fried rice too. Right. But yeah, whoever wants to start off first.
Yo, that garlic fried rice hit different. That's why.
Ooh. I already have an answer. Like it came straight to my mind. Telur setengah masak, half-boiled egg. Dude, half-boiled egg in the morning with some soy sauce and a bit of black pepper or white pepper, I guess. Is so damn good. Like it hits different, and it's a good way to start the day. I could eat it every morning if I still ate breakfast, but I don't. But that is my go-to breakfast.
It's a popular choice, Aaron.
Facts,
Yeah, it
dude.
is.
Must be nice to have those kind of.
And if you want to spice it up, you have it with some roti bakar, bro. Ooh,
Ooh,
roti bakar, which is toasted bread. Yes,
Yeah.
so good.
Oh,
it's such a thing.
for
Yeah.
me, I have 2 choices that instantly came to my mind. Kaya butter toast, dude. Oh man.
Oh my god, dude, you make me
Kaya
hungry,
butter
bro.
toast. And you dip it with half-boiled eggs, dude. And you have
Ooh.
a nice like coffee or Milo by your side, dude. Oh, dude, it's over. It's over. Another option would be dim sum, dude. I eat dim sum for breakfast, dude. It's crazy.
I mean, that's
always
a
do that.
typical
I
Chinese
respect
thing
it.
too.
I
Yeah, it's a
respect it.
typical Chinese thing when I was really young. So, yeah, those are those 2 for sure. No cap.
Bro, I thought of 2 things. This is where you see my Bengali side and me living in Malaysia come in, because my Bengali side instantly went. Basically, it's chapati, bro, chapati. It's a
Chapati?
roti. Yeah, so like bread.
Chapati, bro.
Chapati, bro. Dude, we don't even say fucking chapati Bengali, but anyway, chapati. Fucking not even that actually. But yeah, so bread, flatbread basically. Yeah, and on the side it's like this potato, like fried potato. I don't even know what to call it, dude. Like it's like a fried potato dish. It's called aloo bhaji. It's basically
Ooh,
just
dude, that's
yeah,
so
you know,
good.
yeah. So if you know, you know. It's basically just potatoes with onions and some spices fried together. So good. That and a fried egg with the yolk runny, bro. Oh, the runny yolk on the aloo bhaji with the fucking roti, bro. Oh my god, dude, my fucking wet dreams actually. The second thing I thought of was instantly nasi lemak, bro. Like, you can't go wrong. Bro. Cannot go wrong
Dude,
with some nasi lemak in the
Yo,
dude,
morning,
nasi
bro.
lemak,
the bunkus.
dude. Nasi lemak in the morning is like the worst and best ideas.
Dude, no,
Like,
yeah, it
it's
straight
a
up is.
bad
Straight up
breakfast.
is. Straight up, straight up, straight. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but like, it's one of the best, worst things of your life. It's one of the best, worst decisions of your life. But
But it's too good,
yeah,
Avi.
it is good. Yeah, that's why it's one of the best, worst decisions, bro. It's one of the best, worst decisions.
That's tough.
You know,
Yeah.
screw breakfast, dude. I feel like I want to eat all the items we just mentioned now, but you know,
Dude, all day breakfast. Shout out to McDonald's. Psych.
shout out to McDonald's, which is honestly really good. Like I
Yo,
think that's a
sausage
perfect shout.
McMuffin with egg, bro. Say less. That's
Sausage
actually a pretty
McGriddle,
good.
dude. Sausage McGriddle.
McGriddles. Dude, McGriddles are literally diabetes in a fucking small bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, you know, the food we talked about, it's heavily related to the lepak culture or the free room culture that Aaron was talking about, right? Like, food and drink are essential to that social routine. So, what is the best complement to a lepak session? Songs, right? Songs that are a straight vibe. And
Oh my
that leads us
God.
to our songs of the week.
This transition, bro. Holy shit.
This transition.
Anyway, Abe, let's go. What are your songs of the week, bro?
Yeah, my songs with the week. Yo, I was like taken aback by that transition, bro. I was like, where is Jude going with this, bro? Straight up. Damn. Homeboy really slipped in there. He was lubed up, bro.
Dude.
Straight
Anyway.
up. Yo, sheesh. So the first song is called Drip Drip. Drip Drip. Dude, it's actually a hype song and it's very self-explanatory, dude. Drip Drip. It's Drip Drip by 12. He's a Korean artist, R&B. It's fucking lit, dude. That's all I could say. It's such a good hype up song. It's just him talking about how he has drip and he can steal any man's girl. And I'm like, yo, sheesh, facts, bro. Yo, I'm dripping, bro. Fuck y'all. Me and my gang dripping, dude.
Yeah,
Which is literally what he says. He's literally in the entire song. He's like, yo, I'm dripping, my gang's dripping. We can fucking take anyone, bro. Fucking fuck off.
Drip too hard, bro.
Yeah, drip, drip. It's a good song. Hype ass song. It's a good hype song. It puts me in a good mood. And my second song is called Read My Mind by Uptown Boy Band. Uptown Boy Band is interesting because they're this trio from Toronto. And they're like, they call themselves an alternative K-pop group. Which is, I mean, but their music is super interesting. It's very vibey. Read My
Dude,
Mind is a
okay,
really
wait.
good one. Yeah, wait, you've heard of them? Yo, that's lit, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, bag's a banger, bro.
Yo, facts. Bag is such a banger. Yeah, but
Bag's a
Read My
banger.
Mind is what I've been listening to all week. It's just a good song. It's very vibey. It's like it has an islandy dance vibe to it. Very nice. Good upbeat. Very upbeat week from me. Yeah. That's me.
That's good to hear. Okay.
That's good to hear, Aaron. Anyway,
Yeah. My two songs of the week. Okay, I've been listening to a lot of Coda the Friend lately. Because I love his voice. He has a very, very chill rap voice. Yeah, so my first recommended song would be Her by Coda the Friend. It's a pretty interesting song because I guess you could perceive it as a sad song, but also like a it's to me it's more like a reminiscent song. So it's not really sad, but it's like reminiscing. And his delivery on the song, his rap is just, if you like rap, then I'm sure you'd like the song. My next song of the week would be Cold World by Eric Rapid, which dropped yesterday. Mans has been putting in the work. Eric Rapid has been putting in the work, and
Facts.
I'm really hoping to see him blow up sometime soon. And I know he really wanted to blow up with this song. And it's a really nice song. It's kind. I guess I wouldn't really call it sad. It's just acknowledging that the world he's in is cold and cruel, and that he just has to live through it and he has to adapt. And I think that's it's a good song. So,
Yo, shout outs Vancouver, Canada thing. Let's go. Rep Fred blow up.
actual to blow up. All right.
Yeah. For me, this week's been kind of mellow and chill. So the first song recommendation would be "Kick On" by Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers is a rock band from Australia, and shout out to Ricky. You know, um, he introduced me to them, and boy, this song hits different because it's one of the songs I listen to the most with him. So I've been going on a throwback kind of sesh as well. Really upbeat and good song, just vibey. I know I said mellow and chill, but it's kind of like chill, upbeat. But yeah. Second one would be 2009 by Mac Miller. Rest in peace. Oh man, that song just hits different. Um, the I think the first 40 seconds or 45 seconds with the whole instrumentals and the introduction, it just hits so different. Then he comes in with a really slow melodic verse, just bars on bars, just such a sad but chill song. Wish he wish he'd still be awake, not awake, sorry, alive. But yeah, but yeah, but yeah. Those are my two song recommendations.
Um, y'all have chill songs this week, huh? I think the songs that I have a very current theme of a lot of messaging, a lot of messages inside of it. The first one is "The Bigger Picture" by Lil Baby. It's literally a protest song, like that's how Wikipedia describes it. But a lot a lot of themes that are relevant, a lot of social issues that are relevant currently are heavily described in that song. I feel like it's a good encapsulation. Um, so yeah, the second one is a new one by Nick Jonas. It's called "Until We Meet Again," and it's a inspiring song because it's dedicated to the frontline workers for the pandemic. Um, should give it a listen, honestly. Yeah. So two songs with heavy messages. With that, yeah, it's a wrap. Thank y'all for being here.
Yeah,
Bro, all I want to say is I don't know what you want, dude. Bro, my fucking song is literally called Drip, bro. Yo, what you mean mellow, bro? I'm lit in the
Mellow.
club, bitch.
Drip,
Fucking,
drip,
we
drip.
dripping Gucci, bro. Alright.
But I cannot, dude. Like I'm here trying to, my song's vibing, and then Abed's like, "Yo, drip."
Drip, drip, drip. Yo, that song's hype, bro. That's all I'm saying. Alright, yo, have a good week. Stay safe, y'all.
Yeah, stay safe, y'all.
Ciao.
Take care, boys.
Bye, everyone.
Yo, good take, boys. Let's go.
I bet.
Yes,